Let's dive into it. First, a brief recap. Here's the model for the teacher, the student, the digital textbook that creates a triangle. And within that triangle, we have these 4 elements: presentations that might supplement or replace even lectures, interactions between the student and the computer, pre-programmed so they can get feedback on their answers based on knowledge of where students often make mistakes, social interactions synchronously, either face-to-face or on the web, and then analytics looking at both the document, the interaction part, the social interaction part, in order to analyze and improve. Students in this model work in 3 modes. They continue to read traditional textbook material, scientific material like research papers, etc. They meet, as we have mentioned, between themselves and with the teachers in seminars, webinars, excursions, placements. And then we have the digital textbook, and we think that should sort of cover 1/3 of the work for students. Now, how do we go about making those things? And that's what we're going to look at. So in OpenEdX, we work with servers on the internet, and we have a sandbox server for drafts and trial and error. This is dedicated to people taking the edX courses. So you can basically do no wrong here, except maybe losing your material if you don't take backups. But apart from that, you can do no wrong. We also have the public server where you find this material for the PISA X course. You can interact with that, but you can, of course, not edit that. In between, there is what we call a revision server, and that is put in place for a particular purpose. This material should stay reasonably stable while students use it. But while a course is running, teachers and editors and authors might want to improve on the material based on what they observe. So they can do that continuously and then republish at certain predefined times to the public server. We don't care so much about that. We focus on the sandbox server. In addition, on this server, we have the document structure and the textual content. But we need also a lot of multimedia components called learning objects, like videos like the one you see now, or sound bites, or still images. And that is better treated with an asset manager on a different server. So we have a multimedia asset management server where you can have all the videos, all the pictures, and you will discover that's going to be quite a lot of them. That is easily handled apart, and then that is linked into this server. So that's the work. And we will end up with this kind of documents you see here. And then we look at the structure. A document will have a number of sections or chapters, and each section might have sub-sections, sub-chapters. And OpenEdX is very good at sort of organizing this material. It takes a little time to get used to it, but then you have a very strong tool to move things around and create balanced and interesting structures. Another important point is that these are accessible from the outside, so you might want to pick up only a section or a subsection and include that with something else, so you can reuse your material in very flexible ways. But the real action is at the unit level under the subsection. That compares to web pages. This is where you input text in HTML format, hypertext markup language is the acronym HTML, and also link to the multimedia component that links to these pages. That's basically it. Let's get started.